What is up YouTube, it is Matty, and this video is all about GoWiPe and transitioning away from it. So firstly, if you're here watching this video with me now, I assume that you already sort of are aware that GoWiPe is a 2-star strategy. I'm talking about Channel 9 and below. So at Channel 7 you can't even use GoWiPe. At Channel 8 you can, but hogs are more effective on pretty much every single base, and definitely not at Channel 9. Channel 9, there's so many more advanced strategies out there than GoWiPe, but a lot of people have got stuck in the rut, and the problem with that is look at this account. This is a prime 8.5, so I've started getting at my heroes. My defense levels are still relative to Channel 8. I haven't got my expos, that sort of thing, and I've done that all for a reason, and that's to max my offense. And you'll see that my troops as well, I've got max hounds for Channel 9, max hogs, loons, giants, what I would consider the 3-star troops. Golems level 4 as well. Now if you and jump spell as well, if you haven't got that, you don't need the haste, you don't need the earthquake can help actually, but as long as you've got poison, and if you're not in this position right now, so for example if your loons are not level 6, they need to become a priority, and if your hogs are not level 5, they need to become a priority, because what you need to realise is that GoWiPe just doesn't work for 3-star and bases. And a classic example, if I go into a war log here, I can guarantee that the enemy here, based on 105 stars that they could have had, 3-starring all these Channel 9s, let's pick a random one, that there will be no GoWiPe in there whatsoever. Look at that base. If you try and GoWiPe that, it's just going to fall short. And look, it's been hogged. There's a lot of double giant bomb threats. There's a lot of things that can cause issues on this raid for hogs, but it's just how you approach it. So they've sending in his kill squad, which essentially is just the first part of the raid to take down certain key threats, queen, giant bomb, and then hogging the rest of it. So the simple point I'm trying to make here is that any base you can go-ho it. You can use hog riders to take it down. You can also use Loon as a stock raid. I'm just going to throw up a few replays here, just times 4 speed them, just to give you the sort of a bit of information on the point I'm trying to raise. That raids are now staggered. It's the way to do it. You use sort of giant golems and heroes and a combination to take down certain things like enemy heroes, CC, and then you can surgically or just spam the hogs in. But you know, there needs to be a rhyme and reason for doing it, but you can hog the rest of the base. So this is just a classic example war, and if you look at the actual 28 3-stars versus 6, so they've identified that hogging is the correct way to do it, and it is, but it's not easy to do, and it's not easy to learn. So I'm just showing you all these 3-star compositions that have been used, and you will eventually find Loon in there as well. I'm pretty confident there's going to be a Loon in this war. It's just finding it, but all these other bases have been destroyed by hogs. And if you can, here we go, here's a Loon. Look, it's a Channel 10 dip though. But it's the standard sort of couple of golems in to distract, wizards to funnel, heroes in, kill the enemy queen, kill some couple of air defenses in the process, and then just surgically Loon the rest. So going like clockwise in this example, you can see round the base. He's going to come in from the further clockwise now and just move around smoothly to get the hounds into tank, the loons into finish, and then you've got your cleanup. So although that was a Channel 10 dip, it's really not that hard to do it with Channel 9 either. But the point is, these are 3-star army comps. These guys using drags there as well, which is quite interesting. So these are, here we go, Channel 9 Loon. This is the max attack, okay? So this is where you send golems and you earthquake open the base, use rage and heal and poison, all to help take down the CC, the queen, and then you Loon the rest. So again, I'm not here to explain this raid in detail. That's on other videos that I do. This is just to highlight the point that you can 3-star pretty much any base without GoWiPe, and the majority of elite clans never touch it because you don't need it. So what I wanted to say on this video is you need to start transitioning. If you've got low heroes, you need to sort that out. If you haven't got your loons and hogs max, you need to sort that out. If your golems aren't level 4, you need to sort that out. There's certain things you have to do, and the order I would say, obviously keep your heroes and upgrade. You're going to need to dark farm. You can see on this account I'm in Champions League. That's where I get a lot of dark elixir. Actually, if you look at my attack log, don't look at it from last night because I was drunk, but if you look at it from before, I'm just going for dark elixir raids. That's all I need. I'm just trying to get my heroes up, and I'm sending my queen off to level 20 now, and I'm a relative. And if you look on the war map currently, I'm sat number 35 because I'm really low weight because I haven't upgraded my defences, so I'm already useful with good level heroes. So you need to get your heroes upgrading, and you need to get your hogs and loons. And what I would say, there is a way you can carry on sort of with GoWiPe and start learning. So let's take a random base, for example. Let's take Big P. So firstly, obviously, and in these sort of elite clan wars, by the way, when you even get down to the bottom of the field, like number 32 for example, you still got tough bases that GoWiPe would struggle with. So let's take this one. If you were going to GoWiPe this base, which I wouldn't, but let's say you set on it, you could say earthquake in just above the king platform to break through this layer of wall and that layer of wall. Send your golem in by each cannon. Wizards to funnel. Funneling is key. You need to make sure that your troops go the right way. So probably a wizard by that collector, the barracks there, the spell factory, the barracks, and then you might want to send a giant to distract to make sure you get the army camper to the funnel as well. Then you send your troops in, get the enemy king. But you're going to want to go white. If you're going to go wipe, you'd try and get your air defences down. I would say that would be your primary objective, and then use surgical loons to take down the side defences and hope that your go wipe goes all the way through to the queen. Use probably an extra jump spell actually to get through to her, because a lot of the anti 3-star bases have got offset queens now. Or going through the bottom side through the queen platform. So let's just say you earthquaked the two walls here. So earthquaked on the wizard tower there. And you just got your troops into the core. That's probably a better way to do it. You kill the queen en route. You funnel, taking that arch tower down on the way. You take that cannon down with your wizards. So golem 1 probably by the cannon here. Golem 2 by the arch, just below the arch tower. So probably drop it down by that wall actually. That would be the perfect spot. Wizards behind to create the funnel. Earthquake in. Send your heroes in. And then try and get all 4 air defences and use back end loons. Now this is the point. You need something for the back end, because 9 times out of 10 you go wipe will die in the core, and then there's defences left and they'll just finish off your troops. So if you start considering the back end, so let's say you took 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 loons, that could really add some serious value to this raid, because particularly if those air defences go down, or especially if they go down, those loons can then be helped for cleanup, and that's the transitioning process I'm talking about. Reverse that. Let's just say you wanted to just do that with hogs instead. So you go wipe in through the core. I'd probably say GoWiPe. I think P.E.K.K.A.s are potentially the most useless troop in the game. That's not a lie. That's really what I feel. I'd say use golems and witches to go in, and then you could just drop a few hogs on these point defences at the back, probably a heal spell as well just to help them out, and just try to take those point defences down, and you might find that your success starts going up. So use 2 golems instead of 3, use 3 or 4 witches, something like that. Don't use 15 wizards, use like 8 or 10. So for example on this raid you'd probably drop 3 wizards behind each golem, and then that's it, and then 2 for cleanup. So just rein in your army, use earthquake jump, whatever you're more comfortable with, but consider the back end. That's the key. So let's pick another base. Let's go a bit harder. Let's go back to that big P one. Ben's awake. So on this one, let's just say your obvious point, a lot of people choose the easiest path to the queen, rightly or wrongly. On this one, I'd probably drop a golem by the gold mine and gold mine, wizards behind to funnel. You've got to be careful that the golems don't redirect to the mortars. Break in by the town hall. There's your 1-star. Jump through the queen. There's your 2-star. Then probably surgical hogs for the back end, just to try and take those defences down, and you probably, if you're new to it, you might fail. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's starting the learning process, because then you start you start picking apart the bases. Now these are very tough anti-3s. This is a scrim, okay? This is War Whales versus two well-known clans going head to head. So if we take it back to the last war, which would have been which was the farm war, where the bases would have been a bit easier. Let's have a little look. View the enemy map. Pick a random base. Okay, here you go. Traditional base, anti-2-star base. So what you want to do here, you're naturally going to go in and kill the queen. So if you do a miniature GoWiPe or miniature GoWiWi, and then just try to think of these extra point defences at the back. So let's say you're going through the bottom here, for example, jump into the core, you've got access to a good portion of the base there, you drop Golem 1 by the cannon there, Golem 2 by the point here, Wizards 2 behind to maybe even get the first layer of defences down, definitely that cannon. The Golems, you break in the point here, jump spell straight over to the queen, you've already taken a good portion of the base down, and then just start, if you're going to go weeby, fine, but just think maybe those air defences are doing pretty good coverage, so back end loons might not work, back end hogs might, you might be able to get a good portion of these back end defences down, and that's the transition process I'm talking about. So if you're not in that position where your hogs aren't maxed and your loons aren't maxed, which a lot of people aren't, get them max, switch your focus immediately to that and your heroes, because the higher your heroes are, the easier it makes your job of that, getting the value from that kill squad. It's gone are the days where you can just GoWiPe or GoWiWi a base and expect to just 3-star, because it's just essentially almost impossible, particularly on good bases. And I'm telling you now, you can hog every base. So if we choose the war before that as well, they almost hit a perfect war. 2 bases got away. But again, if we pick, can't show, any raid, they're tough bases, and you won't be able to go wipe them. But you can use, if you start thinking about the back end of the raids, using loons and hogs to advantage, because they target defences. That's why they're key. I think you're going to start making that transition process a lot easier for you. Anyway guys, you've got a choice to make now. Do you want to pursue the 3-starring strategies? My channel can help you. I can help you do that. I show a lot of raids of on the sort of bases you've just looked at. That's what my clan do. My clan isn't playing with cock, by the way. It's Emphatic Elite. And let me tell you, we pretty much win almost every war. But it's because we embrace the 3-star strategy. So you've got a choice. Take the time and effort, embrace the 3-star strategies, or stick to what you do. But I can help you guys improve. And that's what my overall aim is. So if you subscribe to my channel, you're going to see a lot of content of 3-star strategies. I'll tell you what's up and coming. I'll tell you, what sort of things to do to help you transition. If you've got any questions, feel free to throw them into the comments section, and I'll try to help as many of you as I can. But I genuinely, truly believe if you start complementing your raids with back-end troops like hogs and loons, you're going to hit a higher success rate on the weaker bases. And that is the transition process in my eyes. So if you haven't got your the other thing is, get your jump spell level 2 as well, because that really does make a big difference. Because when the jump spell fades out and your troops and your queen's still not gone in, then you're going to struggle. So in my eyes, your priorities are probably loons and hogs as your 2 main. Make sure they're max. Potentially even jump spell next, then witches and golem. So I'd probably go hogs, loons, jump, golem, witch, giant, hound. That would probably be my order. So trust me on it. I know. This is the sort of thing we do. I really think that if you start moving towards that goal and start thinking about the back end of the raid, and treat it more like a kill squad to do a certain job, to take down the enemy CC, the clan castle, take down the enemy queen, all these things that are going to kill your hogs or loons that you're going to come in at the second half of the raid with, that you'll start increasing your 3-star potential, and eventually you'll start naturally transitioning into 3-star strategies. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope this has helped some of you guys a little bit. Let me know in the comment section if you're stuck. If you want to talk to me about your specific example, I'll help you. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.